Yo, what's good, y'all, man? We got Venom 3 plot reveals, villains, and new Sony Spider-Man. Like it, sub, hit the bed if you're new. You know what I'm saying? We got, we love these plot details, man. These rumors, we love it. Even though we don't believe in it, even though we don't believe in the plot rumors, but we love it though. You know what I'm saying? Though, like real shit though. You feel me? But yeah.
Hello Spider-Man fans, appreciate you clicking on this video. I landed on some juicy details, the full plot synopsis for Venom 3 titled The Last Dance. Your boy is usually not in the scooper game or never gets anything like this first, but as soon as I read this, I was like, oh, the people need to know about it. And that's exactly what I'm doing here for you guys, is I'm going to be going into the detailed plot synopsis for Venom 3 The Last Dance. It confirms some stuff that we hoped wasn't going to be true, but it also reveals new things about, like, who the villain is actually going to be. And well, I'm definitely going to share my opinion, but I need to hear from you. Does this sound like the epic finale of what you wanted from the last Venom movie? And does reading this plot synopsis excite you or bring you down on wanting to watch the movie? Alright, so just jumping into it here, a little context about how I received this. You know, I am not in the scooper game, and I do not have any insider sources. Just a regular guy screaming at a camera making YouTube videos. But every now and then, I'll have a generous fan who gets a hold of some information and goes, hey Chris, I like ya, here's this, enjoy. Where the information is coming from is a survey for upcoming movies. This is
survey, one of those.
Where the information is coming
from is a
survey for upcoming movies. This has become a popular way for leaks to recently come out. If you remember, I did a video on the Five Nights at Freddy's movie before we knew anything about it.
Like a survey
surfaced online that came from a movie survey website. The point of these is just kind of gauge general excitement for an upcoming movie, so they provide them with a really detailed plot and then ask them from a scale to 1 to 5, how excited does this plot sound to you? So that's where this information is coming from. A fan who wants to remain nameless, because you do get paid on those survey apps, so he doesn't want to lose his spot. So
yeah, I was saying, yeah, I'm already knowing you get paid for those. I'm already knowing. Plus, he don't want to, like, you feel me, mess his reputation up. You know what I mean? If he,
from a fan who wants to remain nameless, because you do get paid on those survey apps, so he doesn't want to lose his spot. Saw that he was reading the plot synopsis for Venom 3 and was like, oh, I gotta send this to 3C. Thank you. And last disclaimer before I go into reading this plot bit by bit, remember, this is still the Sony change everything last minute universe. This is
I wasn't saying it's rumors. I'm not believing it. Hope y'all don't believe in it. You know, my people, we don't believe in nothing though. Unless it's true. Unless we get it from Sony.
Probably the heaviest Spider-Man has tied into the universe, but we have seen before they tease Spider-Man being part of a movie only to remove him last minute. They did it with Morbius and all the references to Spider-Man disappearing in his universe, not in the film. Madam Web was supposed to be another movie connected into the Venom universe. We even got concept art of a deleted scene showing the villain fighting Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and that was going to be a bigger plot point with him going after Emma Roberts' character, Peter's mom, but all of that basically got removed from the movie once it started being made and it became its own universe thing. Alright, but enough yapping, let's go into reading this bit by bit. It's pretty lengthy, so I'm going to read you chunks, dive into it, then go back into it. Starting off here, it says, the third installment in the Venom franchise from Sony Spider-Verse, centering on the popular anti-hero. In this upcoming action film, the alien symbiote Venom learns through his multiverse hive mind that Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, is destined to kill him.
So they use that same line that people was talking about.
And his human host, the journalist Eddie Brock. So Venom persuades Eddie to hunt down Peter in their own universe to change their future, a task which is complicated by the fact that at this point, Peter is just a 10-year-old. But after locating the child, kidnapping him, before ultimately killing him, Eddie begins to have second thoughts, especially after Venom exposes the young Peter to normal spiders, and after a severe allergic reaction, Eddie needs to take Peter to the hospital pretending to be his father. Already, let's just pause right there on the plot.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, I don't know about that.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and plus they said something about that. I don't believe it. I don't believe no rumors. So we just gotta see to the when they announce you know, a couple months ahead. So yeah,
It's been rumored
but,
for a very long time
yeah.
that this was going to be the main plot of Venom 3, and I thought
But I heard about the rumor for a minute, a couple months back. So
they pulled this out of their butt, and no way that's actually what they're gonna do. But it looks like that's what they decided on, is Venom is finally going to meet up with Spider-Man, have a face-off, but Spider-Man is gonna be 10 years old and not even have his powers. Leave it up to Sony to create some genius level movie plots, man. All this teasing and building up that maybe they would fight, something would go down, this is what we've come to. It's also so funny that they could have easily have done the Venom versus Spider-Man story still using some of these same plot points. Because if Tom Hardy's Venom is using the hive mind of the multiverse symbiotes to know that in almost every version out there he dies to a Spider-Man, it's probably smart to go after your universe's Spider-Man before that happens to you. Sony could have just easily have given us a teenage Peter Parker that is maybe 2 years on the job in secrecy, or like just started out 6 months in, and then have him fight Spider-Man and at least give us some showdown that you've been building up. It could have even been a Tom Holland variant in the Sony universe for all we care. But it looks like Sony would rather save the Venom versus Spider-Man fight in the MCU Tom Holland movies instead of,
that's why I say they gonna do that with a new Venom. Yeah, they're gonna have a new Venom.
Wasting that showdown in the Venom films. But okay, that's our main basis. Now let's get into who our villains are going to be. So the plot continues on, but with the symbiote increasingly unhappy with Eddie's place as his host body, Eddie soon realizes that he has more to worry about with the appearance of a powerful new symbiote known as Toxin, an offspring with the murderous Carnage who has merged with Detective Peter Mulligan before vowing to destroy all monsters, including Venom and the young Peter Parker. And when he spawns a new group of symbiotes, including one that merges with Army Lieutenant Patricia Robertson, portrayed by Temple, who begins a new relationship with Eddie, this new deadly alien group threatens to unleash destruction on the entire city of San Francisco. Now, there is another villain that is part of this plot, but let's just pause right there. It seemed very obvious from the ending of Venom Let There Be Carnage, like they were setting up Toxin, but I didn't fully believe he would be a villain in the next movie, because I'm like, he had a pretty decent relationship with Tom Hardy's Venom. It'd be weird to see him become a total killer, maniacal guy when he is, at the end of the day, a cop wanting to save people. So I was like, I don't know if that makes sense, but now this version of going after it, where he's going to use his powers to get rid of all monsters, and that includes a young Peter Parker. You gotta remember, since Toxin has a symbiote in him, he has access to the multiverse hive mind, so he also knows Peter Parker's eventually going to become Spider-Man in their universe, thus putting a target on 10-year-old Peter Parker's back. This now leads me to ask the question, why was this movie then not called Venom Lethal Protector? Because that seems very clearly what they're setting up here. Venom is going to want to go from killing 10-year-old Peter Parker to then wanting to protect and save him because he realizes he's just an innocent, dorky kid. Maybe they'd rather use the Lethal Protector line in the upcoming Venom video game, or they just thought, whatever, let's just name it Last Dance, because when you say this is the last movie in a franchise, it bumps up the box office. I'm guessing that's why they did that instead of Lethal Protector. But then also, another villain thrown in there, Scream! The plot mentions Lieutenant Patricia Robertson, who in the comics is the host for the yellow Scream symbiote. She's finally going to be making a live-action appearance in here after her symbiote was teased all the way back in the first Venom movie. The plot even elaborated a little further that Juno Temple is also having a relationship with Eddie Brock, and I guess that also makes sense. His last girlfriend is now married, happy with somebody else. He can't really home wreck that relationship, so Eddie needs to end on a new love interest, and why not make it another symbiote? And we can't forget the detail also saying here that Toxin is going to spawn off a new group of symbiotes. I'm guessing this is their way of doing the Life Foundation, which is the group of symbiotes that usually has Scream as one of them. That also could even explain now the merchandise we saw crew members had on the set of Venom 3, teasing a green symbiote, because there is a green symbiote Lasher, part of the Life Foundation. It'd be really interesting if they make the host a dog, though. I kind of hope they do. And one more thing before getting on to the rest of this plot synopsis. Can you believe it? We went from villain symbiote the first movie, villain symbiote the second movie, army of villain symbiotes the third movie. The originality is cooking, Venom 3. I'm guessing it'll be cool and different enough to just see the rainbow of symbiotes pop up and fight Venom, but I'm like, dang, they really milked the symbiote villains for this franchise. Hopefully it works out, but they did want to mix it up for us and gave us a second group of villains to go after Venom. The plot continues on saying, but a new heavily armored group known as the Jury appear intent on killing all the symbiotes in existence, led by Orwell Taylor, who's going to be played by Chiwetel Ejiofor, whose oldest son was killed previously by Carnage in an attempt to escape prison and now threatened on all fronts. Eddie must keep the young Spider-Man alive as he faces off against both a deadly new group of spawned aliens and a vigilante group that wants to eradicate him as he attempts to keep his own life from falling apart and prevent ultimate carnage from befalling the people of San Francisco. So it's not just gonna be a group of symbiotes going after Venom. We have this heavily armored military group known
Dang, so you got all them motherfuckers gonna get Venom, goddamn.
as the Jury, who are from the Venom comics. They sometimes sport these like very high-tech suits to go after Venom, and they even tie events from the second Venom movie into this third one. In the comics, Orwell Taylor's son was killed by Venom, but instead in the movies, they're gonna make it that Carnage killed his son, who was a security officer in the prison when Carnage was escaping, giving him the motive to want to eradicate all symbiotes. And you know, maybe that could make it interesting. Now we have like this three-way face-off of villains that all want each other dead. You have Toxin and his group of symbiotes who want Venom dead, along with young Spider-Man. Then you have this army group of people that just wants to get rid of symbiotes. That includes Venom, and now these group of symbiotes, they're all going to be tussling against each other. That could maybe be interesting just visually speaking, but story-wise, this movie is already dead to me. Execution will definitely have to save the movie, because I'll be the first to say I remember first hearing the plot for Spider-Man No Way Home, that Spider-Man is going to be responsible for the villains coming into his universe. Then he's going to want to save them and fix them, and I'm like, what is going on? That sounds terrible. But I saw No Way Home and I was like, oh, that actually worked out. I'm hoping maybe the same thing happens here, but I'm telling you, this plot, it's all over the place.
Hey, no, it is. It is. I ain't gonna lie.
I can't believe we are getting Venom versus Spider-Man, but he's a 10-year-old. And for a character that was supposed to be built up as one of the biggest antagonists, he is now his biggest protector. Leave it up to Sony to subvert expectations like that. I'm gonna need to hear from you guys. What do you think of this plot for Venom: The Last Dance? Are you happy with it? Do you think this is a movie you'd want to check out? Where in there do you see room for surprises? Anything and everything, be sure and let me know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at 3C Films or on TikTok at 3C Films. But as always, I'm Chris. Take care.
Anyway, man, hey, let me know what y'all think in the comment down below. Let me know what y'all think about the plot, details and stuff, man. Let me know comment below. And yeah, let me know. It sound cool, but we know it's true or not. We gotta wait till Sony announce, you know what I mean? And then we know it's true or not, you know what I mean? You know, no care. But yeah, like it was said, alright. Peace.